Teachers are quitting at an alarming rate, and I'm gonna be real with you. I understand why. However, I'm not gonna be one of those people who just follows a trend and like hops on it. I genuinely do want to be a teacher, and part of that reasoning has some of the reasons why some teachers are leaving. Like, we'll just say for one, pay. I'm gonna be real with you. What teachers get paid right now, at least in my state, for somebody who's out of college, somewhat fresh out of college, not really me fresh, but I feel as though that amount of money for me is quite a bit. Yes, things could be more. Honestly, anything could be more. Any job could pay you higher, but you can't control that. But I'm gonna just say this. When it comes to what teachers get paid for technically what they do, I don't think it's enough. I think everybody can agree. However, I know what I can do with that money. And I know that personally, I would thrive making that type of income, and I would be able to insert myself to create a budget to where I never have to worry about making sure I have to make more money just to sustain my living or lifestyle. I would say the second reason, we're just going to go ahead and talk about it. Look, student behavior. I would say that is another reason why teachers quit, and why a lot of administrators or teachers in general, people who work in the school or educational system, will leave, is because these kiddos are bad. I don't say all these kiddos are bad. Look, I have experience in substitute teaching, and I'm genuinely grateful I'm getting that experience when it comes to the kiddos right before I become a teacher. But you notice that with some people do have behavior problems. But I will say this: when you're on the outside looking in, because that's really what subs are. You kind of go in there for a day or two, or however long the sub position is for, or that sub assignment is for. You're kind of in and out, so you kind of get to see the students at their most natural state. Yeah, they put on a little show for you to make sure that they're good, but to an extent, they feel as though their teacher's not there, so they can act however they want to act. So you really get to see more of the student behavior, how they truly act when, obviously adults aren't around, or when that main authoritative figure is not around. So you really get to see these students' behaviors. I would say personally, I've only experienced like full day with these students for almost 2 months now. I don't want to count student teaching, but I'll just say, just with the students from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, I have that experience for about like 2 months from subbing. And I would say, student behavior can be an issue, especially when it comes to like learning and, everybody getting their education, even the student who's having the behavioral issues. But I wouldn't say that that's gonna stop me or make me quit a teaching position. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I've heard some stories. I've seen some YouTube videos out there where students were getting physical with the teacher, basically assaulting the teacher, and the bad behavior led to assault. So that, I'm not gonna lie to you, it does seem a little scary. And obviously there's other things that could be scary about going to work inside a school, but personally, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna be real with you. We can all die at any time, any day, anywhere, any place. And I almost like to consider, and we can agree to disagree, but this is just my thinking. If a person who joins the military dies in combat, they die with honor, right? And this is obviously extreme scenario, worst case scenario. on the job, I happened to deal with a quote-unquote school shooter. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I should leave that out. Oops. I don't know. I already said it. But an active blank, as you know. And I just so happened to be one of the fatalities during that event. I would more so consider that dying in honor. You're dying trying to protect your students, or even not. And I'm gonna be real, you never know what happens inside these schools, or every single school, but I would just say that is just as similar, if not the same, as a military person dying in combat. So but we can agree to disagree on that. I personally am not saying I would like to pass away that way. No, I'm not saying that. No, I would like to keep my life and be able to see my children's children, all of the above. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I would equate it to. Now, on to the next, I would say, reason why teachers quit. But actually, sidetrack. Go back to student behavior. With student behavior, I almost feel like it's a challenge for me, because I'm not saying I want to be buddy or be besties with these students, no, but I almost want to get to know these students. I'm not saying the ones with specifically bad behavior problems, but regardless of where they are on abilities or behaviors, I want to see the student thrive. I want to see the student be able to learn something. I want to be able to say I taught somebody something that they can use for the rest of their life. So I feel like student behavior is almost like a challenge for me. It's like a challenge, and I'm very competitive, so it's almost like challenge accepted, to get these students, to make sure that they can end up being outstanding utmost citizens in society. So another reason why teachers quit, let's see, ones that I've been seeing or hearing about, either really on the YouTube videos, or, I'm sorry guys, my hair looks so cute. It looks so cute. This Bantu knot out was really cute. One other reason would be like administration. I personally can't speak on that. I haven't really been in the game that long, and I can say from the time that I have been in the game, all the administrators that I've spoken with are amazing. They're like very attentive, and I like that. They're very hands-on, and I love that. Oh my gosh, because as a sub, you're kind of like asking questions along the way, and they're very helpful. So I can't really speak for it as if I was the actual teacher, and I'm not with administration that much. But I will say, from the administrators that I've spoken with already, they've seemed very hands-on. But what these videos on YouTube are saying is that they're not hands-on. They're very passive. They have said in their videos that they've had issues with student behaviors, and when they call an administrator, they take the student, and all of a sudden the student comes back very shortly after with like maybe a lollipop or something. No consequences and stuff like that. So it sounds like it was discouraging. It sounds like it was discouraging for, sorry y'all, I'm like checking my mini fridge. It's fine. It sounds like it was like discouraging for these teachers to continue on every day when they didn't feel that the administrators had their back. So that's something to think about, but personally, from what I've experienced, these administrators seem very hands-on, very like, we're gonna get to it, right to the root of the problem, immediately address it. I love people who are like that. I like direct. And so let's see, I would say another reason why teachers quit, what have I been like hearing so much? I've already mentioned the pay, student behavior, administration. Oh, another one, the reason why teachers have been quitting a lot, work-life balance. They feel like they're overworked and underpaid. And my response to that is, here's the thing. When I'm off the clock, I'm off the clock. That's just me. And don't get me wrong, I do like to make sure I work ahead. I feel like working ahead is different than like constantly working to either catch up or be on time. Look, it's not a if it doesn't get done, it's never gonna get done. It's like, if it doesn't get done, we're not gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it a little bit later because we need a break. We're overworked. We're overstimulated. We're over everything. So that's where I'm just like, when I'm not on the clock, I'm not on the clock. When I'm on the clock, I'm on the clock. I am boom, 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 boom. Like everything. Need to get it done. This, get that done. Have a conference here. Lesson plan here. Speak to students here. Speak to parents here. Speak to the principal here. Administration. Blah blah blah. Like that's that. And another thing, and this is kind of going inside to the reason why I would love to be a teacher, is the work-life balance. I apologize to any teachers who are watching this, or any teachers who have quit who are watching this and they're like, girl, that's why I left. I don't know why you're wanting to go. But anyways, me personally, that work-life balance, I get so much time off. I'm getting paid this much per month or annually. I have this much time off, this much free time. And you're telling me like I don't have work-life balance? I'm sorry. One of the things that I was getting at when I was watching all these videos of like, oh, I quit teaching. Oh my gosh. They were stressed out. They were overworked. And I'm just like, don't you have PTO? Because that's something that I was really requiring or wanting, making sure when it came to having a stable career. Like, I need to make sure I have my sick, my PTO. I need my days, all right? So I'm curious, like, are y'all taking these days? Are you taking your PTO? Because there was one school I remember that I was talking with in the works of whatever. This one, I think she was an administrator. She might have been a vice principal. She had so much PTO saved up. And she still wasn't planning on using them. And I was just like, when are you going to plan on using your vacation? I would use my vacation. My mental health, my homeostasis for me is more important than these children's education. You know why? Because I need to make sure I'm right and I'm at 100 so then I can teach at 100. And that way all of these students get the best out of me. That's only fair to them. So if I'm overworked and stressed and I'm not taking my PTO and I'm using it, I'm just saving it for a rainy day, girl, it's raining. You saving it for a rainy day and it's raining and you're not using it. That don't make any sense to me. But neither here nor there. But I will at least say this. Those are like the main reasons that I've came across when it came to why teachers are quitting, why teachers are over it, why teachers are just, wanting more pay and stuff like that. I get it. I completely get it. And I've been in the school system for quite some time now at this point. Not only as a student, but on the other side as a student teacher or a sub. So it's like all of the above. I see it. So I know the path that I'm going to take in order to get to where I'm going. And I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me, okay? Because I'm so close. I'm so close. And I can't wait to share more about, my journey when it comes to becoming a teacher with y'all. Like, I want to be able to share that with y'all. Maybe do some teacher vlogs, appropriate, obviously. But, like, outfit of the days. Like, that I'm excited for. Those outfit of the days. Y'all, makeup of the day, or like, fits and, makeup style, hair, all of the above. But if you enjoyed this video, continue watching my other videos. Somewhere on the screen, you can watch it.